In this section, we will take a broad overview of the interior environment and exterior envelope. Chapter 12 talks about interior environment. Related inspection items can be found in Inspection Manual Section 2.6. Section 1202.2 Roof Ventilation, including Section 1202.2.1 Ventilated Attic and Rafter Spaces, and Section 1202.2.2 Openings into Attic. Two sections were renumbered. 1202.3 Unvented Attic and Unvented Enclosed Rafter Assembly. 1202.4 Provisions for underfloor ventilation. Chapter 14 talks about exterior walls. Section 1404 renumbered to 1405. Section 1411 renumbered to 1410. Requirements unchanged from 2016 CBC, except as noted for masonry veneer in following few slides. In Section 1404.18, polypropylene sidings, the Type 5 exterior wall construction limitation was removed. In Table 1404.2, the name of the covering type has been modified. Also modified was the minimum wall covering thickness. Recall that in TMS 402-16 Chapter 12 and CBC 1410 have minimum and maximum masonry unit thickness requirements for adhered and anchored veneer. Requirements for veneer. Reference code is updated to Chapter 12 of TMS, the Masonry Society, 402-16. Reference standard is updated to TMS 602-16. CBC Section 1705.4. Spatial inspections and tests of masonry construction shall be performed in accordance with the Quality Assurance Program requirement of TMS 402 and TMS 602 as set forth in Table 3 and 4, Label 3 Requirements and CBC Chapter 21A. CBC Section 1705A.4.1 Spatial inspections and tests for glass masonry and masonry veneer where they are part of a structure classified as risk category 2, 3, or 4 shall be performed in accordance with TMS 601, Table 3 and 4, Label 2, Quality Assurance. More requirements for veneer. CBC Section 1410.1, veneer not permitted on overhead horizontal surfaces. CBC Section 1410.2, veneer thicker than 5/8 of an inch installed above exit way or veneer installed higher than 20 feet above grade must be installed as anchored veneer. TMS 402-16, Section 12.1.6.2, 3/16 inch whip holes shall be provided at 33-inch maximum on center for all veneer masonry. More requirements for veneer. Spatial inspection by a DSA-certified masonry inspector is required for adhered and anchored veneer installation. TMS 402-16, Section 12.3.2.4 requires adhered veneer bond testing to 50 psi bond or so-called shear strength to backing. CBC Section 1410.2.1 adhere bond test frequency. 1 shear test minimum per 5,000 square foot of wall area at each building, not less than 2 shear tests. This picture shows a partially constructed anchored brick veneer wall with a veneer anchor. there is a 9-gauge wire that must be engaged to the veneer anchor. CBC Chapter 15 talks about roof assemblies and rooftop structures. Related inspection item can be found in Inspection Manual, Section 2.6. Section 1503.4 in CBC 2016 is renumbered to 1502. CBC Section 1502.2. Secondary or emergency overflow drains or scuppers shall be provided where water may be entrapped. CBC Section 1502.3. Scuppers are designed without considering the flow through the primary system. The opening dimension shall not be less than 4 inches. 3 bullet points for performance requirements of roof assembly. 1. All roofing must be anchored to resist wind uplift. 2. Check metal roofing attachment per details, including cap and trim pieces, especially around roof edges where the wind uplift is typically higher. 3. Wind load testing required per reference standards for specified roof covering in high wind zones. In CBC Section 1504.3.3, it is noted that metal shingle packaging shall bear a label indicate compliance with ASTM D3161 and the required classification in Table 1504.1.1. Section 1507.1.1 Underlayment. This section now consolidates, clarifies, reorganizes, and modifies previous underlayment requirements for each roof material type into a table. Now there is a section, new section 1507.18, Building Integrated Photovoltaic Roof Panels. Tile roof coverings must comply with American Society for Testing and Materials Standards, ASTM. For example, clay tile, ASTM C1167, concrete tile, ASTM C1492, slate shingle, ASTM C406, asphalt shingles, ASTM D3462, structural standing seam metal panel, ASTM E1592. CBC Section 1513 talks about seismic anchorage of slate shingle, clay, and concrete tile roof coverings. And this section governs over Table 1507.3.7 for tile attachment. The attachment should be minimum 2 nails, usually of copper, brass, or stainless steel or hot-dipped galvanized coating of minimum 1 ounce per square foot per tile. The connector shall have minimum 3/4 of an inch penetration or shall have ring shank. See ICCES Acceptance Criteria AC180, which addresses CBC Section 1507.3.7 and 1609A.5. DSA has published 2 IR interpretations of regulations related to clay and concrete roof tile. IR 15-1 talks about attachment and inspection of clay or concrete as roof tiles. This IR is limited to maximum allowable stress design wind speed of 85 miles per hour and maximum mean roof height of 60 feet. IR 15-2 more broadly talks about materials and application of clay and concrete roof tile, including material qualifications, attachment systems, installation, inspection, and testing.